We'll be talking in depth about all of these updates in today's video, so make sure to keep watching and welcome back to the channel. So a lot has been happening in the ecosystem over the past couple of days. We've had updates on SHIB Eternity and SHIB burns, as well as rumors that SHIB may be approaching a price rally. Thank you for participating in another video, SHIB Army. I post daily updates regarding the Shiba Inu token on this channel, so if it's something you're interested in, please consider joining the family by subscribing to the channel and pressing the notification bell so that you never miss another video. Now let's get to the video for today. According to analysts, Shiba Inu may soon experience a price rally due to the enormous strides that the cryptocurrency project has made since its launch. There are 3 tokens within the ecosystem, all of which are performing reasonably well in the market. We also have a number of significant projects that are currently being developed, all of which, in their opinion, have very bright futures. One such project that analysts see as particularly promising is the Shiba Inu ecosystem. In other words, the fact that the third floor is creating the metaverse is enough for these experts to have faith that it won't be perfect, but Shiba Inu's relationship with the third floor isn't the only reason boosting their confidence. We also have a combination of the third floor and a Marvel Cinematic Universe collaborator working on the Shiba Inu metaphors, so of course it will inspire confidence. Shiba Inu was also successful in securing a partnership with one of Marvel's long-term collaborators to work on the metaverse as well. As you are probably aware, the metaverse is not the only Shiba Inu project with skilled and experienced hands working on it. Other projects, such as Sherbarium SHIB Eternity and even Wendy, also have really experienced hands working on them. These hands are so knowledgeable that even analysts are optimistic about what the launch of these projects could do to the ecosystem. It appears that we are soon headed for a bullish run. How are you preparing for that? Moving past that, he stated on Twitter that burns from the entire game will occur. The real question is, where will you be on download when the blockchain version is released? A number of things were mentioned here that probably need a little bit of explanation. First off, he mentioned that there will be burns from the game period, which has to mean that the game's Shiba Eternity will contribute to SHIB burns. This should make a lot of Shiba Inu investors very happy. He also said that we would soon get more information about the game. And those updates will demonstrate the game's strength and the reasons why it benefits SHIB and its holders. Naturally, this sounds pretty interesting, and I really wanted to see how it is fleshed out. He ended his tweet with a question asking whether we were ready for download day. For those who don't remember, a few weeks ago, Shitoshi proposed a download day, which is supposed to be a day when many Shiba Inu will be available for download. The idea behind this is that by having a lot of people download the game simultaneously, it signals to the app stores that the game is popular and pushes it to the top of the list. As a result, download date is definitely something that a lot of US should pay attention to. Still on the topic of Shiba Eternity, it has been revealed that Australia may be the final test location. The game was previously test launched in Vietnam, and Australia is the only other country to have that privilege. You also asked about the fact that companies can now accept leashes while receiving payment with fiat. Now that Payments has partnered with Switcher, this is something that is now possible. Basically, this collaboration enables automatic conversion so that businesses can receive payments in cryptocurrency but receive them as fiat. The self-proclaimed Doge killer fluctuates below the recently breached 8-day exponential and 21-day simple moving averages. If market conditions continue, a bearish death cross will occur. It's brilliant that said SHIB might be approaching bear territory. SHIB bulls have to stand up if the price will not enter a bearish zone. However, the situation is not entirely bleak because there is still a chance that the SHIB will reroute for short-term gains and then break its current lows. At least according to analysts. However, for this to happen, bulls will have to work really hard in such a short time. Nevertheless, while we expect this to happen, it is important for traders to remember that things could go wrong. That said, let's now get to talking about the general crypto market. Therefore, the White House has announced a new regulatory framework for cryptocurrencies, which is also its first. The framework's main goal is to prevent money laundering and fraudulent transactions. which have become quite common when using digital assets due to their anonymity and lack of traces based on crypto-politan. This section emphasizes that the president will retain the right to ask Congress to amend anti-tip-off status as well as the Bank Secrecy Act and pass any laws against unlicensed money transfers. An exclusive section of the White House's new framework details measures to eradicate illegal activities in the industry. The president may also ask Congress to review any NFT platforms or cryptocurrency exchanges. This means that any digital assets platform or defined that operates in the United States must be extremely careful going forward to avoid getting suddenly shut down. The framework also states that the president is trying to persuade Congress to increase penalties for unlicensed money transfers. So there's that in terms of what's next in crypto. DeFi services will be the subject of a risk assessment by the Treasury Department, which is expected to be finished by the end of February 2023, according to Politan's account of the new framework. Additionally, a non-fungible token assessment will be implemented by the end of July in 2019. One final point before we conclude, finance expert Luke Roman stated that the United States could benefit from viewing Bitcoin as an asset rather than a threat in his opinion if China and Russia, the US's economic rivals, decided to stockpile their gold. Bitcoin would be especially useful for the US in this situation because China and Russia stockpiling gold could cause a blow-up in the bonds market, making the US the best country for digital assets. But all of this was discussed by Grumman in a podcast hosted by Natalie Brunell. It's also interesting to note that the podcast was recorded just days after the US published its crypto framework, which gives the government the authority to suddenly decide to impose restrictions on platforms that deal in digital assets. Given this, it appears as though the US is terrified of digital assets and believes they will usurp the dollar. We've reached the conclusion of this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and leave a comment. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Perhaps what do you think, and is there any sense in what Brahman said? Please let us know what you think in the comments section below.